Let's get ready to rumble. I don't know. I just felt like doing that. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Truth Will Set You Free, episode number 51 on this beautiful Truth Tuesday, May 18th. Excited to have you guys here. Got a lot to talk about. This is going to be a laid-back current events show, and we are going to tell you what is going on with this weekend's event. We're going to talk about a few of the speakers, give you a preview of Operation Take Back America on May 22nd and 23rd. We're going to talk about the old Cuomo making $5 million off of a book about how he failed on leading his state through the Corona clap. We're going to talk about censorship because, as some of you might notice, guess what? This is not on the Be the Change YouTube page. We'll talk about that. We also have a backup for the event coming up this weekend. And then we're going to talk Andrew Brown. If you have not seen the Andrew Brown Jr. footage, the shooting, the police shooting that happened a couple weeks ago, it took a long time for the footage to come out. We are going to show that footage on this episode, maybe even talk a little bit about Steven Crowder's lawsuit against YouTube. Aside from that, I see you guys jumping in right now, and we're going to get the show started. While we do the 30-second countdown, I need every single human being to hit the like button if you are willing to stand loud and proud for your political beliefs. Hit the share button. Thank you, guys. Hit the like button in the count of 3, 2, Well, that's interesting. Somebody just said they're watching this on YouTube. I'm wondering if it's because I set this up before we actually before I got the kick to the junk, because I tried loading something earlier today and it did not work. So we'll try it again. But I highly doubt that this is probably going to be the last one for a week. We'll talk about that during the show. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Truth Will Set You Free. I'm excited to have our guests here on this one. As you guys already know, we've got Mr. Casey and Suni, the middle child. What's going on, y'all?
Chilling.
Censorship is real.
Facts.
Real.
Russo got Suni'd.
I got Suni'd. Yeah, that's what I named it earlier. That's what we're going to start talking about. So last night, I did an 11:30 Blunt Force Logic, as that show is, I'm working it out, getting it ready to go, as it'll be on OpsLens in the next couple weeks. Which is available to watch on things like your Roku and Apple TV and stuff like that. You can download the app. It'll be on your phone as well. Suni's busy playing baby games with her microphone down there. The one time she's not muted. This is actually my impression, by the way, before I say that. This is Suni, and like, depending on how much weed she's had that day, and she'll be like, she'll get really into something. She'll be like, oh, let me tell you something. So yeah, I talked about masks. So that's what I'm pretending as though I'm in a shadow, aka I forgot to get up and turn the light on. But regardless, so I talked last night about these. I don't even know what I could say, because I went through one by one all of the different things that I could do wrong according to YouTube, and I did not break a single thing. I did not have a single violation according to that, but I did talk about the lack of efficacy in these, and apparently that was too much, because I provided the data that I had seen and logic. I said logically it doesn't make sense that these are actually protecting, and I just think it's confusing. I think it's not proper science. Science doesn't evolve, but interpretation does. So anyway, censorship is real. That's where we're at. And unfortunately, it's coming right before we've got this big event coming up. As many of you guys already know, Operation TBA, Take Back America. The big day is going to be Saturday. Sunday is the Q&A session, which is going to be cool. We got a lawyer. We're going to be talking about what kind of rights you have to not get the V word, and in your employment, what they can do to you, etc. And here is this How good looking is this group right here? Huh?
Look at that chocolate
legit
girl on the screen.
Legit cast right there. You could be able to do a show.
Did Sudi just call Billy Prempa a chocolate girl?
I was talking about myself.
Oh, I didn't even know you were in the picture.
Right. Listen, all right. I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but I am that sometimes.
Well, you look very different. Your hair's different, so we didn't recognize you.
Yeah. Sometimes, you got to let the natural hair out because people feel like you don't have actual hair. And I'm like, no, I do. I promise you I have hair.
I don't.
So all right, before we get into different things, we talked about a little bit about this event. And before I say what's going on, again, we are playing this from Cash's page, Be the Change page, my personal page, Casey's personal page, and apparently it's still up on my YouTube. I don't know if this might be the last one.
I just checked it. No, they're watching on Cash's page. Everybody that says they're watching on YouTube, I have one person watching from my YouTube, but 40 something people are watching on Cash's.
Got it. So we are playing this on more avenues than we ever do. And typically we have, up until about a week and a half ago, we have about 250 to 400 plus viewers. We have 137 right now. So what I need you guys to do, Suni did it earlier on her show. If you are not willing to share political stuff, I understand. But if you are, please stand up for your beliefs and your rights. Share it out there. If you do not, the way that you can still help us is by hitting the thumbs up, the hearts, or the care. If you're on Facebook, the care thing is huge. So please hit one of those buttons. The other thing on YouTube, a lot of people watching their phone, you have to get rid of the chat for a split second, X that out, and that's how you hit the like button on YouTube. So please do that for us. I want our numbers to match. So on the count of 3, people are already doing it. 3, 2, 1, hit something. I see you guys. It's jumping up right now. Thank you guys very much. Hopefully that'll trick the algorithm, and let's have a great show. The last thing I'm going to say is we do have new merch on the Be the Change website. Things like I'm awake, not woke. We've got Be the Change. That's I like and very creative. What made you smile today? All these different things. So again, make sure you check out #BeTheChange.com. And last but not least, we're talking about the event because this is what the event is all about. Is informing people, creating information, and also raising funds for charity. So we have got 2 charity partners. I'm going to throw these up on the screen. I announced it today in the group. It's Empower Me and 22 Kill. If you want to know more about them, I believe it's empowerme.org and 22kill either .org or .com. Any donations that you put in right now, we've got our Venmo up there, which you can find under Operation-TBA or Operation TBA with the money sign in front of it for the Cash App. We will also put together a PayPal. The way this works is 50% of proceeds are going to be going to future events like this so we can continue to put them on. And eventually, hopefully by event 3 or 4, they will be in person, and those do cost money. Typically, they don't make money. And then secondly, the 25% to each 22 Kill and Empower Me. If anybody has never heard of 22 Kill, they're one of the fastest growing veteran charities in the country, addressing the 22 suicides that are committed daily by veterans. So these are 2 great charities, great charity partners. We're going to learn a little bit more about them at the event on Saturday as well. So please, if you guys even have your phone on you and you're watching on your computer, you can literally hit those little bars in there and make a donation. Anything over $25 gets you into the Q&A session on Sunday. Everybody will be able to watch, but only those that have either donated or are one of our Patreons will get to actually be in the Q&A session. Everybody will just be watching from afar on YouTube. All right, that was a mouthful. I'm done. Have a good night.
It's Military Appreciation Month. Shout out to the military, active duty, veterans, all of you.
Yeah. Facts.
22 Kill is actually just expanded to not only veterans, but also first responders and medical professionals as well. So excellent. All right, let's talk. Do you want to? I think a lot of people want to watch the Andrew Brown Jr. stuff, which means we're gonna bump that one story. We're gonna talk Cuomo first. Andrew Cuomo, ladies and gentlemen. Sausalito would call it, the dehydrated owl. Just found out he had made $5 million. $5 million from a book talking about his exemplary leadership during a pandemic. Casey, what do you think about that?
I'm just gonna be, I'm gonna be blunt. Like, here we are. We have someone that went completely against all medical guidance. Donald Trump sent him a ship to do with only put COVID patients on it, and he ended up sending all COVID patients to a rest home and rehab facilities. And now he's going to try to make money off of it. He is a piece of work, is what he is.
Not try to make money. He made $5 million off of this. $5 million.
It's stupid. Cuomo, I'm just glad that he's up for re-election and people can actually run against him, and hopefully we can replace him with someone decent.
$5 million to literally write a book on utter and complete failure.
Yeah.
Gosh.
It's really fucking weird.
Right. And then his brother can go with him at the same time and take CNN. Don Lemon gets taken off of CNN, but not Cuomo. Really?
It's because he's black.
Well, Don Lemon didn't get taken off of CNN. Don Lemon,
they dropped his show.
His show's not on there anymore.
Well, I know, but he's still going to have a different show. That he made the announcement. Are they really saying he's done? Because on Friday he's like, "This is the end of an era," and then he went on and he's like, "No, just kidding. You guys didn't hear what I didn't mean that. They're just no longer doing the Don Lemon show. I will still be with CNN." What is that? What exactly did it? So is he gone? Because that would be like a Christmas present come early.
He's still on CNN, but his big show is gone because the ratings are shit. Nobody watches Don Lemon.
Well, he practices hate speech. I think there's got to be at one point ramifications for these big platforms where people sue. Like there's dead. If you want to know where there's more dead black people from, it's because of the ideology behind spreading mass misinformation from the Don Lemons and Cuomos of the world. Period.
Absolutely.
Well, here's like everybody keeps commenting. No, he's not leaving. No, he's not leaving. Like you guys mentioned. Yes. He is still a CNN employee, but until he has an actual show, he doesn't have one on the platform. He doesn't have one. He's done until he actually has one. So we don't know what they're trying to feed us with information right now.
How CNN was that though? Like that was such a CNN move to be like never make an announcement, be like signing off for the end of a great 20-year run, and then like 30 minutes later, on an already set up video for them to put on Twitter, it was like, "Oh guys, you guys are so silly." It's like wannabe marketing 101 to like make people think something, get people interested in a show nobody gives a baker's fuck about, and then be like, "Oh, maybe he's leaving." Like, "Oh, let's make Don Lemon relevant with people that actually know anything about the world anymore." And then
what is a baker's fuck? Yo, I like that.
You never heard that? I don't know. I've always said that. No, baker's fuck.
I'm gonna start saying that.
Stevie said that he will be on at 9. No, he'll be sitting on something that's 9. Anyways. Okay. All right. So Suni's got to go pretty soon, and I know that we really want to talk about the Brown. Andrew Brown. So we're gonna play footage that just came out. Casey, when did you find this?
It was like 8:00 Mountain Time this morning.
It's from a movie.
Can we get a T-shirt? Oh damn, we might get copyrighted if we do that, huh?
What movie is that from? What in the baker's fuck? Oh, I think it's Wedding Crashers, I think.
Oh, we could get away with doing anything from that movie, I bet.
Oh my god. I like that. Sorry. I like that.
All right, so this is the footage. A lot of people have waited to see it. And it's gonna be a little dark, so go ahead and this is the way they recorded it. So we're gonna go ahead and play it. And this is a 3-minute clip, so let's see what happens.
Interesting.
Yeah. Pay attention around 104.
Okay.
1 minute and 4 seconds. That's kind of the key.
Oh, it's full screen. Okay. What are they on a motorcycle? What the hell? Oh, they're in the back of a car.
This is multiple body cam footages. This first one is kind of lame. You can't see much because his gun in his hand is in the way.
Oh, so he tried to drive off.
He tried to, no, he didn't try to drive off. He tried to run them over.
Oh, justified.
Night.
That's where 104 comes into play. Like you see the guy
off.
You see the officer jump out of the way of being hit.
Wow. Okay. So that was angle 1.
Yep. Here's starting the next one. I think there's 4 body cams in here, but this is the best one out of them all.
Bruh. Man, he was running away. They shot him in the back of the head. He got his TV turned off and justified.
And why? And now it answers why he got hit in the back is because all police officers were firing because this son of a bitch was driving off.
Absolutely. Justified.
He was a danger to community and an officer.
I thought this happened at night.
No, it was in the day.
Why did I think this happened at night?
I don't know.
What state is this one in?
This is in South Carolina. This is Elizabeth City.
Yeah, North Carolina.
North Carolina, sorry.
Yeah, I thought for some odd reason I thought this happened late at night. So I saw the daytime body footage. Okay.
Hey, look, black folks are not afraid of cops. I keep telling y'all, LeBron is lying.
There is nothing.
Okay.
See, and to be fair, this is where I want to understand what was happening that justified all of these officers to be called to this scene.
Well, he got a warrant.
Well, yeah, but you don't need 15 officers in the back of a truck to come.
These are well equipped. These are well equipped officers too.
I think depending on his charge and what they were looking at him for.
Well, fair enough. That's logical. I just would like more of that pre-stuff, and that's what I hate about what the Attorney General did. And no, I'm not releasing any more. I gave you enough.
Well, we know
to show
why.
you it's justified. And I hate it, but overall, we have enough video evidence in these 3 minutes showing why the officer is justified in firing any weapon at that vehicle. And so that's fine, but I would still like to know what happened prior, because they're
not going to tell people.
Yeah.
Because once again, people are protesting, going nuts over a criminal. And if once they put that out, that we're proven right once again. It's not innocent black men dying at the hands of police officers. That's BS, man. It's criminals.
Yep.
And when you lead a lifestyle like this and you feel like you want to be Billy Badass and drive off on a police officer, you get your TV turned off. It's simple as that. Simple as that.
Authorities describe Brown at age of 42, a career drug dealer who had a 180-page criminal rap sheet.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Search warrant was signed a day before his death, and his rap sheet dated back to when he was 12 years old.
Hold up, who's Tamika?
Yeah,
you guys need to wake up to the lies that's happening in this country. What lies? Because I gave everybody the truth here.
And
you just watched it.
Feel free to come and educate about Dante Wright.
Hey,
do it.
Hold on. Since I know Suni's got to go soon, Tamika, I'm dropping this in the. You gotta have to copy paste. Since we're gonna have a lighter show in terms of timing and people, I'm gonna copy paste this, and I don't want people that agree. I want specifically Tamika, but I'm making it easy because I'm being lazy, so I'm putting the thing in there. So don't just have people jumping on and being like, "Hey guys, love what you're talking about. I agree. That son of a bitch should have been killed." Like, no, I don't want that. I want Tamika.
And honestly, everybody here is super respectful and chill. I'm not. Russo doesn't do that. Casey doesn't do that. We don't get on here to embarrass anybody.
Never.
It's not how we rock.
No, but I don't understand. Like, there's even Carl Russo. You've gone back and forth with my friend Carl on some things, but he's even commenting on this video and saying that it was not justified. I'm like, dude, how?
What do folks need for a shooting to be justified? Like, did he say?
No, I asked him. I'm like, so he was a threat to the community and to an officer in driving away. How is that not justified?
He's got 7 kids, unfortunately. So this is what I see. I see a guy that's got a rap sheet a mile long. I see a guy that just had a warrant signed, signed off a day before his death. I see a guy that has a lot of children and a ton of narcotics charges that, unfortunately, it tries to support his family illegally. The media will say, darling father of 7, beloved by his community. He will be missed, and he never left his vehicle when he was shot and slain by the police officer. That's what the media is going to portray. The Drug Task Force, by the way, is familiar with Brown and know him to be a source of crack cocaine, heroin, and fentanyl, and methamphetamine.
Listen, man, like we have to do better as a community. This guy is selling poison to our community. Poison, crack, cocaine, meth, it's all bad. And don't act like black folks don't do meth or crack or cocaine. Cocaine is a popular drug within the black community now. Popular.
Right.
So not only was he causing ruckus at the scene when he did that, because he put people in danger, before that, he was selling the same drugs that he's profited on. He's selling it to his own people, getting rich off of it. And you want me to have sympathy for that. You want white people, you want all these people to feel sympathy for that. Can you explain that to me? Isn't that counterproductive? And why is it that we always praise and feel sorrow for a criminal, but a dead kid can't even get you to protest? Gang violence can't get you to protest. Oh, well, that's just life. That happens. So it's not life that criminals get the TV turned off because they do dumb shit. That's not life. That's a tragedy.
Right.
Okay.
I like Stevie Marley. Stevie's coming.
Steven.
They should have. Steve. He goes. They should have let him escape and then caught him.
That's what they're gonna say. He was running away. He didn't endanger an officer. No, he practically ran one over.
So
I had him jump out of the way.
I'm going to think logically for a second. So say this asshat runs away from the police. He gets away. They don't shoot and kill him. He runs off, and he's speeding through a neighborhood while they have to get in their car and start to chase him. And then a young 7-year-old boy runs across the street and gets run over by him. That is why you shoot, to stop somebody that he was already willing to run over a police officer. At that point, he no longer had the merit of what happened to what his destiny was. Should he, do we want anybody to die? No, but you are no longer in control of your end at that point. Plain and simple.
Right.
Oh, man.
This is all I have to say. Hold on. This is all I have to say. I am tired of defending criminals that are black. I'm tired of that being the representation of who we are. That's absolute bullshit. And anybody that wants to get on here and defend this trash when he's got 180 pages full of criminal charges, and like I said earlier, you're selling the same stuff you're profiting on, the same drugs that you are about to go to jail for, you're selling it to your own people. So Fuck this dude, bro. Who gives a shit? I'm not about to get out and protest. We need to have honest conversations. Who gives a fuck? Like, who cares? Good riddance.
Let's give him benefit of the doubt in some sense. This video should have been released a month ago.
Absolutely. And there's a reason they didn't.
They shouldn't have waited this long. For this evidence to come out, it would have taken a few days to review it and be like, okay, we're all good. We all align. We can make a decision.
No,
why did
black
it take
people are
over a
criminals.
month?
Feel bad for us.
And I love the ambulance chaser. What Crump was already there ready. I don't know how people aren't seeing that this guy's the biggest piece of shit in the country. So I'm
He's
not
a
talking
race hustler.
He is the worst of the worst. He is the modern. Well, he's the new age. What's the Sharpton? He's the newest Sharpton. He's horrible. He is everything that's wrong with modern liberalism. I know, Suni, you got to go right when, because Suni's about to hop on another show, so I don't want to miss telling you guys about all the speakers this weekend to make sure you get excited. So Suni, go ahead and say your final words. I'm going to go ahead and then get ready to tell everybody speaking this weekend.
Make America think again. Stop protesting for for trash like this. I'm not saying that his life didn't matter. He's human, of course. It's unfortunate that he's dead, but you live by the sword, you die by it.
Right.
Straight like that. That's it. So I'm out of here, guys.
Deuces, Sunni. Again, we might, love you, Sunni. We'll talk later, and maybe we're definitely gonna do Concert Avengers also. But I want to really quick go over all the speakers we've got at this event, so you guys know what's coming up this weekend. Then we're gonna talk a little bit more about Steven Crowder and any topics you guys might want to bring up. We'll answer any questions you guys have, Israel, Hamas, whatever. So if you see Operation TBA, which is coming up on May 22nd and 23rd, here's the speakers. We've got Billy Prempa is going to be leading us off and taking us out. He is an amazing speaker. He is in the top left, I guess you could say, next to Dave Brown from American Snippets. He is running for Congress in New Jersey in the 9th District. I think it's the House of Representatives that we figured out. David Winkler is running for New Jersey governor as an independent. We got conservative He's far to the right. He is hilarious and also incredibly informative. He is an influencer on TikTok with millions of followers and almost 50,000 on Instagram as well. Great for the younger audience. If you guys have any kids you want to watch, we're having it hosted by yours truly. That's me. And of course, Lauren Salon, if you've ever seen her on Concert Avengers, hopefully she'll be on tomorrow night with us to give another preview of the event. Jerome Bell is also on this picture. He is running for Congress from Virginia. Darius Mayfield. A lot of these people you've seen on some of Sunni's shows or Primetime Patriot shows or just in the media. A lot of our connections on this was from David Winkler. He shared all these people. A lot of it's New Jersey, East Coast. Jerome Bell, Virginia. Darius Mayfield, New Jersey Congress. Barb Allen and Dave Brown, as I'm sure you've seen from American Snippets. They're going to be talking about American Snippets, and they're also a Gold Star family. Barb Allen is a Gold Star wife. Victor Avila is retired ICE. And, we got some lawyers on Sunday to answer any questions you guys might have for our Q&A. So we have a amazing cast, the whole Primetime Patriots crew. Me, Casey's going to have a little window to speak as well. Lauren's going to be helping me out with political stuff. We're going to have trivia. We are going to have different prizes. You're going to have the chance to win t-shirts. And again, if you want to support it, please make sure you check out these and donate to these two areas. We would love to be going into the weekend with over $1,000 raised already. So write down these Operation-TBA for Venmo, Operation TBA. So it's cash symbol, Operation TBA for Cash App, and we're working on a PayPal as well. We'll be running that across. Anything over $25 is going to get you into the Q&A session on Sunday. So what are you looking forward to this weekend, Casey?
The entire thing, man. Like I think we have one of the best lineups to start off an event. I don't think you could ever have a better setup than what we got going on right now. I think our first event is going to be lit.
It's going to be turned. Can I ask a funny question? Based off of this picture, I would assume that most of the liberal audience out there would assume that this is a event with Democrats because of the diversity. That is an incredibly diverse group, which proves everything wrong in the world of, conservatives are all old white men. # false.
You have all people of color, of every color. You have Hispanic, you have black, you have white. We don't have any Asian people yet. We'll get around to that, I'm sure. We have gay and straight people. Super straight, I should say. We cover all of it. And this is just showing that what is being portrayed on TV doesn't fit the narrative. Like, people can get along. People can talk and be friends, even though we're not the same. That's fine.
True. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the cool part. And I love working with Sunni, love working with Blake, love working with Casey. But the fact is, people automatically assume that we are not a diverse group because we are conservative. We are pro-military. We're pro-police. We are pro, essentially, in a way, law and order with actually some flexibility. I feel like we have more flexibility than the Democrats did 10 years ago, 15 years ago. We have evolved. The Conservative Party has evolved. The conservative group has evolved. And I think it's going to be really key to show that. What we're going to be talking about, this weekend is a lot of different things. My personal topic is what you guys already know. I'm going to impress upon the idea of having conversations. That's what I know. I'm going to be learning from this conference too, because we have people speaking on how to get involved in the 2022 election, or in some cases, David Winkler's New Jersey gubernatorial race is in November of 2021. Some states, as Casey informed me earlier, are weird, and they have their off-year elections. So, yeah, guys, that's what we got. That's what we got coming up. It's going to be a great weekend to learn more about how to take action. This is the first of many events. Casey, where's your hair in that picture? That's funny. Oh, that's good. It's classic.
Of course, Rose is pointing that out. Thanks, Rose.
Well, way to go, Rose. We are matchy tonight. If you are Patreon, will you be able to view it? So here's the deal. This will all be live. This will all be permanently up on the pages. It'll be on the Be the Change page. It'll be on PTP page, Cash's page. It'll be everywhere that we could possibly put it. We want as many viewers. This isn't about gaining viewership in terms of our pages. It's about having as many people watching this as humanly possible. So yes, it'll be permanently up. And Patreons, the benefit to being a Patreon for PTP or Be the Change is you get to be in the actual Q&A room on Zoom, and then the rest of it will be shown out of Zoom on Facebook. It'll also be live as well. Yep. Let's see. PTP's already started the show, so we're going to stick around for just a little bit longer. If anybody has any political questions, I'm going to take about 5-10 minutes, and then I'm going to let PTP do their thing. This will be a short week. I got a million things to do before this event anyway, so that'll actually be a little bit of a reprieve. So last call. Any questions politically that you guys want answered? Casey and I will take them, put them in the comment box right now. We'll take 2 questions if we got it. If not, we got one good one. And yes, I am in agreement. Media is poison. Yes. And for those of you that joined late, I obviously have been censored off of my YouTube page for the first time. It's my first real knock, and all it was informing people of actual data and guidance that was American Medical Association approved what I was saying. And it was deemed, I guess, medical misinformation, which if you go through the list of I might share this in the comment box right now. This is what I got to tell you all the things. This is actually great. Enjoy this, guys. This is what is the Google responses for YouTube in terms of what is medical misinformation, which is absolutely mind-boggling. Tara, great question. Let's go ahead and answer this one, Casey. Do you want to take this one, or do you want me to?
I'll let you decide. You decide which one you want to do.
Okay, we're gonna do. Why?
I can come in strong because I also didn't vote for Trump. You want me to answer that?
Yeah, you go. This is you. Okay. Go for it.
So when it comes to Biden, why Biden's a moron. So if we were to go back in all of his claims, he doesn't want to increase taxes, but then he takes away Trump's tax cuts, and then I am all for frack. I'm not going to get rid of fracking, and then he tax the oil industry by shutting down the Keystone Pipeline, which is then going to bring more competition to bring down prices. And then he goes and says and runs on this for the whole entire year. Oh, we're going to forgive student loans. We're going to forgive it at least $10 million, $10,000, not million, excuse me, $10,000 of student loans. We're going to forgive that. And then turns around as soon as he's elected in office. He's like, oh, no. We're not forgiving any student loans. We're going to make community colleges free. And then state colleges are free for up to $10,000. And so he changes, and he is your typical 47-year politician. That is why he is a moron.
I think he's worse.
He is ridiculous, and he is playing all of the political games that people are buying into and not understanding. That is why he is a moron.
And I'm going to answer also, but who are we talking about? George's newly elected person.
His face. I just was pulling it up.
Okay, go ahead and pull that up. I'm going to give my answer. This is such a huge issue because everything that this man is doing is based out of a vague semblance of reality in this world. So the thing that's fascinating is he's going back on, and people were so mad at Trump for him, getting out of the Paris Accord and all these things. Right now, Biden is actually no longer is supporting Israel. He is now splitting his affiliation, saying we have to support them both equally and let them essentially do their thing. That is not okay. whether or not you disagree with Israel, whatever. I don't know what your beliefs are on that, but what that is causing is a lack of cohesiveness in the Middle East, and we're losing an ally that is a very important one by doing that. And there's about to be a war. If not, there already is essentially a war declared right now. And we no longer are actually the stronghold in the Middle East, which is terrifying, because if anybody has any biblical beliefs whatsoever, essentially the World War III, or the end of the world, comes out of a Middle Eastern war. So way to go, Joe Biden. That's freaky. And on top of it, he's a moron because he's not fit to be president, period. And, and part of it was he was the media darling. Like, I had a conversation earlier today with somebody that legit, I go, if you're so pro social justice and minority and black rights, I want to know, how can you be a fan of Joe Biden? It wasn't about dog whistles. He stood behind his crime bill. And he said, no, he didn't. And I got an article from Business Insider, and I got an article from, I believe, ABC News. And I said, okay, before I read these, I want you to know, here's a clip from 2015 when he still stood behind his crime bill. He said, yeah, I signed the bill. I authored the bill. And he was still proud of it as soon as 6 years, 5.5, 6 years ago. But the articles by Business Insider shared quotes where he rescinded that thought. And by rescinding, he said it was not properly executed by the localities and the states. And there was good parts and bad parts, but it wasn't perfect. Mm-hmm. That's not taking any ownership, but the article takes ownership for him, because it says Biden, this is called spinning and not tone. Biden is no longer in support of his previous bill. He says that what he did was wrong. He would never do it again. The article says this. Joe never once said this. So the media once again did the apologizing for him, which really, is Joe Biden a moron? Nah, there's some issues, but the people that believe these articles that will then take him as what the media has portrayed him as, instead of the guy that says, hey, you ain't black unless you vote for me, or black people can't use the internet. Anyways, so that's it on him being a moron. Do we have any information on this? Or get an ID?
So, it's not blatantly clear, so I'm not really sure. I see some stuff around Chris Carr in a quick search, but he also just recently announced he's rerunning again. So I don't know specifically. And yeah, that's $5, Chris.
Yeah, $5 is where Patreon starts, and that will get you into the Q&A this weekend. Obviously, we'd love people to do the donations, just because that's what's going to charity and all that good stuff. But if you would love to be a part of the Q&A, please, Chris, I would love for you to be on there. So just join the Patreon, and that's simple. #BeTheChange.com/Patreon. Sorry, go ahead, Casey.
Well, I just want to address Tarina's question. She's asking if I wished I would have voted for Trump, and no, I don't. It wouldn't have changed anything. I live in a red state. The red state wouldn't have changed, and it wouldn't have changed Trump's election. End of story.
I have a question. I got a question, Casey. Yeah. If the Electoral College, which it could be going away because the Democrats can do whatever they want, which will be a big issue, but if the Electoral College goes away and it becomes a popular vote, would you have, in retrospect, would you have voted for Donald Trump?
Yes.
Where every vote matters. Say that again.
Correct. Yes.
All right.
The reason for that is because I've said this like 50 times, but the only reason why I did is I had zero impact on the election. My state was going to be red. All of the electoral votes was going to Trump, period. I was hoping to get another party in for the next election to where they can actually be on stage and get government funding, to where we can have more debates and more choices. And so if you can get more people involved in that, if all they need is 5% of the vote, 29 million people voted in 2016, and if they voted for another party, they wouldn't have changed the election at all. 29 million people, and that would have given us what is that? Almost 10%, just under 10%, because we're over 300 million in America. So it'd be just under 10%, and you can actually create another party to have a presence in media. And that's where I look at those things. And that's how I made that decision, is Trump was going to get elected. I am a right-leaning libertarian for the most part. I'm not staunch libertarian, but because libertarian pulls me in as I don't like taxes. Republicans don't mind taxes. Me, taxation equals theft, in my opinion. And so that's where I move more middle ground in that sense.
I did not know that. Really quick, let's see. I want to go, and then we're gonna wrap up. But Patreon is, you can follow. I don't know what you're looking to follow, but if you want a part of the Q&A, everybody will be able to watch on Sunday. We're figuring out exactly how to stream as many play. I don't know where. I think you might be only streamed to one, so it might just go up on PTP Facebook, or we'll figure that out, and it'll be replayed either way. The Q&A, where people can actually be in the Zoom room with either 100 or however many people we end up with, that will only be with the Patreons for our pages. So there's Patreon, there's the hashtag be the change / Patreon, or Casey, what are you going to say?
I was just going to say, or if you donate.
Yep. Those two areas. If you donate to Operation-TBA on Venmo, or and you could literally put your phone up to it. If you donate $25 or more to our future events and those charities, that'll get you in there as well.
Let me elaborate a little bit on Nikki. Nikki is talking about Illinois did lose a congressional seat. California lost a congressional seat. I think Texas gained one, and a few other states gained one. So there were other losses, which is cool. And so that is going to be a big change coming up. But just know those are being challenged in court. So we're going to see if that really stays that way.
Last thing that we're going to talk about, because I know that whoever's left probably gets the bonus. Cash is really big on like what is going on in Arizona, what is going on with the vote. Yep. Trump said he was going to have some massive message. Honestly, I haven't talked to Cash in 2 days, but there was kind of a big, there's a big message, and we have to be very careful, Casey, how we're talking about this. But to me, and I think the thing that Trump said he was dropping is the fact that there is a lot of results that have been, is it allegedly deleted, or have we proven that they're deleted? I don't know what we're allowed to say.
The machines. So the machines, I think it's the safe word. We'll find out tomorrow, I guess. But the machines, they recovered them.
They did.
They recovered the data that was deleted. That was announced, like, I think yesterday. Which this is magic. Because I'm a nerd, magic words for everyone. If you delete it on a computer, most likely it's not deleted. You can recover it. And so people are stupid and they just like, oh, I hit the delete button and it's gone. No, I can still recover it from a hard drive. It can be done.
So how did it take that long? And is this something, why would it have been deleted in the first place? That seems fishy AF.
Well, it is fishy AF. And so it's fishy. Like, why would it just disappear?
And now somebody's like, oh, I thought it was gone. Son of a biscuit.
Right. Well, like Hillary's emails. Hillary's emails somehow magically disappeared. What she did is she deleted it and then paid someone or killed the person that was going to recover the hard drive.
That's funny. Yeah. To answer this question, then we're going to do final words. Can we send Cash letters? So Cash, really, we do not know when Cash is going to be leaving DC. No idea. Like it could be in a week, it could be in 2 months. So there is an app called, if you what is it called?
GTL Getting Out.
Getting Out.
My Android says GTL Getting Out. So it could be named differently in iPhone.
Yeah.
But if anybody wants to text him, like I offered on Erica's post a long time, like last week, message me on Facebook. I'll get you set up. Yep. Yeah,
it's that upper. It's gonna look like the upper whatever corner left to you guys. It's called GTL Getting Out. You go ahead and download that. You have to find him. He's in the DC, and you do Cashley Kelly DC facility. And it's like 25 cents a message. He's getting like hundreds of them, just so you guys know.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, but he tries to reply as many people as possible, and he only gets the pad for depending on. He's on detail right now. I'm learning so many things about prison. He's on detail right now, so he has more hours with it than usual. But otherwise, he only has it for 1 hour a day, and he's in lockup for 23. So they recovered it. I'm curious. I'm with my boy Parker on this one. Why would it be deleted if there's not something to hide? Don't know.
No, and here's the other thing. Like, I'm going to be a super right-winger person, but if there's nothing to hide, why is the DOJ trying to get involved? Why is Biden trying to insert other people?
Why not let it do a forensic audit?
If you trust the election and it was a fair election, let it happen.
Careful, it was. It was 100. I got to be clear. It was 100% a fair election. Okay.
Let people eat crow.
I want to be clear.
I'm all for taking an L. Like, I've voted for libertarians for the last 4 elections. I've lost every time. Yeah. So just let people take an L. Let us prove it. When will we know that? When will we know the information recovered? Well, we know it's recovered. If we know the results, I don't know. They haven't said anything about that. They just announced yesterday they were able to recover it.
Yeah. Well, Case, we're gonna we went a little longer. I don't know if we'll let you guys go watch the PTP show. Casey, final words.
Final words is get ready for this weekend, guys. I'm excited. I'm super stoked. It's gonna be a fun event, and share it out. Talk. We're already being silenced on YouTube. Unfortunately, it's bad timing for Be the Change, but share it out. We'll figure it out. We'll share other things and on other places, and we'll get it out there. And we're just going to have a good time this weekend. Get educated, get engaged, and involved for 2022. That's what's going to happen. Love it. And as you guys know, here it is right here. Here's our list of speakers, and here's the last check with all of our charities. And again, 22 Kill will be a huge. Empower Me is a good friend of mine, and what they do is they anti-human trafficking as well as work with kids and scholarships. It's a smaller charity based in Milwaukee. And then 22 Kill is one of the fastest growing veterans charities, if not one of the biggest, most impactful in the country. They're based in Texas, but they're uber big nationally. And they are, if we can show them how much we can do, they'll be a great partner throughout. And the person speaking from 22 Kill on behalf of them is a Gold Star wife as well. So it's going to be really impactful. So I look forward to the event. I look forward to all these people. I look forward to getting to talk. I look forward to learning from the people out there, and we will be doing Concert Vengers tomorrow evening. Enjoy your PTP for the night. Be the change you wish to see in the world. And as Suni likes to say, Casey, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, make America think again. I knew that was going to suck. We suck.
This is like 2 white guys high-fiving. It just does not work. Have a great night, guys.